There was Ginnungagap, the great nothingness. It was a plane of existence containing absolutely nothing. I want you to take a moment and try to imagine that. Nothing. No up, no down. No light, no dark. No life, nor death. No sound, yet no silence either. And no time. Without end. Just endless emptiness, stretching out to the infinite corners of reality with enough space to fit a billion universes. None know why, how or when, but at some point 2 regions took shape within this endless void. One of these was Niflheim, a region filled with frozen wastes and vast ranges of icy mountains. Biting winds were constantly blowing over the frost-covered ground, as prelude for the blizzards of snow that rage across the land with the wrath of 1,000 winters. Such cold was in Niflheim that its glaciers would not ever melt, and only grow from the constant flow of icy rivers that ran through this frigid wilderness. The other region was called Muspelheim, and it was a truly polar opposite of Niflheim. This was a land of scorching fire, erupting volcanoes and lakes of lava, with skies filled with black smoke and ashes. The ground would crack under the unbearable heat and splinter, shooting out flames so blazing hot they would make even dragons burn. In their primal state, these 2 regions represented a fragile state of cosmic balance. 2 extremes of equal significance, yet both absolute polar opposites of each other at the same time. The peaceful, yet still inhospitable land of Niflheim represented tranquility and serenity of creation, while the downright deadly inferno of Muspelheim depicted the destructive nature of chaos. However, the balance within the cosmos would soon be tested, as the 2 regions within it did not stay idle for long. The constant flow of ice waters from Niflheim poured into the gaping void of Ginnungagap, expanding the realm of ice and snow. The same could have been said for Muspelheim, as the eternal fires and lava spread across the nothingness. The realms of ice and fire expanded for such a long time it could have been measured in the lifespan of entire universes. But nevertheless, at one point, the freezing waters of Niflheim and the scorching flames of Muspelheim met, emanating in a sparkle of infinite force. The mighty glaciers and frozen rivers of Niflheim melted, quenching the blazing fires they came in contact with. And as the water mixed with the black smoke and ashes of Muspelheim, it fell like drops of dark venom, and created a body of the very first giant. Ymir was his name, the progenitor of the race of giants, and subsequently all the evil in the cosmos. Ymir was the largest of his kind, truly a giant among giants, as his dormant body completely filled the space between the realms of ice and fire. While Ymir slept, the constant heat from Muspelheim forced him to sweat, and from the sweat of his armpit sprang forth the first giant and giantess. And to top that off, one of Ymir's legs seemed to have given birth to a son of the other leg. And you thought your parents had problems. At the same time as Ymir, another being has been born from the mix of ice and fire. A cow called Adumla. Because there was no trees nor grass she could eat, Adumla licked the blocks of ice, of which there were plentiful, and Ymir drank her milk for nourishment. So lived these primal beings, while Ymir's offspring multiplied. As the cow Adumla licked the blocks of ice while Ymir fed on her milk, she came upon a man's hair coming from within the ice, and as Adumla licked and licked, an entire man was finally freed from the ice. This was Buri, the very first of the gods. There is very little information about this progenitor of the gods, other than that he was tall, strong, good-looking, and that he had a son, though no mother that gave birth to him is mentioned. But given our knowledge of what kinky fun Ymir's legs had with each other, I think that might be a good thing. Buri's son was named Bor, and he married a giantess named Bestla. This fact basically tells us that gods and giants share the same blood, as both their lineages can be traced back to Ymir. And this would not be the last time gods would share intimate relationships with giants, but we will learn more about that in time. For now, we can end this episode with the children of Bor and Besla. The pair had three sons, named Vili, Ve, and Odin.